With 4 games left until the Olympic break and riding a 7-game losing streak, the Islanders are desperate for a win to stay in the playoff hunt in the very tight Eastern Conference.
Well, we have to be desperate at this point of the year. You know, this is crunch time. There's 20-some-odd games left, and we really got to step our games up and figure out a way to get some wins.
Starting tonight as they take on the Nashville Predators in their only meeting of the season next on MSG+.
Hoping to change their fortune, the Islanders make a change in goal tonight. Marty Biron gets the Isles started in a stretch of 4 games in 6 days that will take this team right to the Olympic break. The Isles step outside of the East and set their sights on the Nashville Predators. The opening face-off is straight ahead.
All right, Deb, thanks very much. And surprise, surprise, I don't think many people expected to see Marty Biron play this game. Of course, there are a lot of ways you can interpret it with the trade deadline coming up. But for Biron, it's going to be his first start since late December.
Yeah, December 27th to be exact was the last time the Islanders saw Marty Biron in that net, and that was a loss against the Philadelphia Flyers after a weekend at Bridgeport where he played 2 games. Marty Biron gets the opportunity. A player that Scott Gordon, his head coach, called unbelievable in the sense that his attitude and what he has brought to the team, despite the fact that he hasn't been playing as the 3rd goaltender, he's kept a smile on his face, he's worked his tail off in practice, never has said a bad word, done everything he possibly can. And after, at first resisting a trip to Bridgeport, internally, he decided to go down there, played 2 games, had to win the loss. He's our Honda key player to this game. And you know what? With no wins in 7 games, why not shake it up a little bit? See if you can get something special out of him.
And Marty's approach has been all along just trying to stay patient.
You want to play, you want to help, you want to get yourself going. And I mean, I feel like I have a lot of years left and a lot of good hockey, and it's like, okay, I knew the situation coming in, and so maybe that helps out a little bit. But at one point you come on the ice, and the mentality has got to be the same, that you're playing every game or that you're not. It's got to be the same. It's got to be working mentality. It's got to be a positive attitude. That's the only way you get through tough times. That's the only way you get through good times too.
And whereas Biron is in effect a returning Islander tonight, there's a brand new one who's playing, and that is Matt Martin, who will make his National Hockey League debut.
Islanders wanted to get some size in their lineup, so they call up Matt Martin, 6'2", about 205 pounds. A power guy, as he is described by the coaches at Bridgeport. He'll hit everything in sight. Hasn't scored much as of late at Bridgeport, but that doesn't hold him back from going to the front of the net, getting in front of the opposing goaltender, finishing his checks at all times. He is so excited to get this opportunity, wants to show what he can do, and that includes perhaps getting into a scrap. Another big guy called up from Bridgeport, Jesse Yoensu, his 2nd call-up this year. Previously played 7 games. Another big guy, 6'4", about 207 pounds. He knows what he needs to do to be a guy that will stick here. He is protecting the puck better. He's not exposing it nearly as much. He's also getting his shot off quicker in his last stint down at Bridgeport. Hopefully these 2 guys could add a lot of energy to this lineup.
And on the Nashville side, they've been energized by this.
As we've mentioned, it's Marty Biron against Pekka Rinne going for his 21st win already. He has been excellent for the Predators, a big reason why they are where they are. Howie?
All right, Deb, thank you very much. And here is the 20-year-old Matt Martin. And Billy, it's typical of kids this young with that size that skating is often an issue early on, but they like the improvement that he's made in that department.
First of all, he's bigger than that 192 pounds. He's 205 pounds right now.
What, you weigh him this morning?
No, I talked to him about that. But, you know, I have some fun facts about his family as well, about how big he could end up getting. He's worked on his first 3 strides an awful lot this year, along with Matt Bertani, one of the assistant coaches down in Bridgeport.
So we'll keep an eye out for Martin in the night of his NHL debut. His play begins here at the Coliseum. Shea Weber, number 6, one of those 6 Nashville Olympians on defense. Failed to clear the zone, and now it's played back by Ryan Suter, number 20. Not only is he an Olympian, you may remember his dad, Bob, who played on the 1980 Miracle on Ice team. Cross-ice pass from Patrick Hornqvist failed to connect. But everything that Hornqvist has thrown at the net has been problematic for goaltenders lately. 17 goals for Hornqvist in his last 25 games.
He is the Nashville Predators' answer to Matt Molson for the Islanders. That type of player goes to the front. He's a little smaller than Molson. Doesn't take time to dust off the puck either, Howie. He goes to the high traffic areas and puts it back on net.
Islanders have Schremp with Joensuu and Hunter up front. Good hit by Suter against Joensuu in the corner. Predators trying to clear. And cutting back is Joel Ward, number 29. Ward has scored goals his last couple of games. Jared Smithson, number 25. Down low, Ward played it across. Legwand, I believe, had his stick locked up by Mark Streit.
I don't know so much it was the stick. I think the puck was in between his skates and it handcuffed him there. Otherwise, that was wide open.
And a lead for Streit, broken up by Kevin Klein, number 8 on defense. Enjoyed his work with Sigourney Weaver in the film Dave. Big chill, versatile. And they like him so much they just signed him to a contract extension.
You make fun of me for being predictable and so funny. I mean, please, how many times do you think he's heard that?
I thought people would think of different movies. That's why I picked Dave. Erat back at the line, throws one on goal. Biron stops that. The rebound came out in front. Couldn't be handled by Cal O'Reilly, number 16. And so the shot by Dan Hamhuis is blocked. One man back for the Predators. 3 Islanders attack. Tavares threw it across, just a shade behind Como.
Just underneath that heel of his stick. Good move by Tavares right there. Tried to make that beautiful hard pass.
And now Meyer in the Islanders zone. Tavares bats it to center. And cutting back to his own blue line was Alexander Sulzer, number 52. Played 2.5 here in the first period. Colin Wilson, number 33, just called up. Eludes a hit from Martin. So Matt Martin, number 46, on for his first shift in the National Hockey League.
And right now caught as the low man, actually having to act as that centerman position down there.
Puck in behind the Islander net, fed out to the blue line. Sulzer worked it down the boards. Nice little slip pass to Jordan Tutu, number 22, fittingly. McDonald broke that up, and Martin fires it up to Richard Parr. The dump in, and says Bouillon beats Sim to it. And out come the Predators. Biron makes the stop. Steve Sullivan held off in pursuit. This is Jason Arnott, the captain. For Sullivan, number 26. Tried to center. That went off the stick of McDonald. And Sim to the red line. Didn't get it deep. Linesman tried to get out of the way. Actually got a piece of Sim. And Weber floats it back out to the red line. Nashville credited with the first 3 shots of this game. Passed a little too far for Hornqvist. Biron trying to move it around the boards. Maybe waited a little too long, so a chance for the Predators. Suter has a shot blocked.
He did wait a little too long right there, and the Preds got into their forecheck.
Biron forced to make a stop. Company in front of him. Ryan Suter being chased by Bergenheim.
It looked like he just got the puck behind the net and was a bit tentative with it and didn't make a firm decision to move it quickly. If you're going to rim it quickly. If not, just let that one go and let your D deal with it.
Ward of Nashville plays it to the corner. Bruno Gervais.
Good step away.
To elude the hit from Legwand. And up comes Schremp. Now to Oposo. Kyle Oposo looking for Schremp behind the net. Turns away from a check. Bouillon against Oposo. 2 Islanders against Sulzer. And Oposo emerges with it, fights through a check. Ward blocks the shot with Bergenheim right out in front. Islanders keep it alive. Good work by Schremp, but that'll be a hand pass as he made contact with his glove. And the Islander next.
In his 11th year, Barry Trotz is the 2nd longest tenure coach in the National Hockey League. Therefore, he'll remember this game back in 2002, October 15th to be exact. Team up 3-1. Parrish makes it 3-2. Alexei Yashin ties it up 3-3. The Coliseum going nuts, and even more so when Adrian Aucoin, game-winning overtime goal. That is the last time the Islanders have beaten the Nashville Predators.
Okie, Adrian Aucoin with the overtime goal. In case you're wondering, Butchie was not behind the bench that game. Peter Laviolette
was the Islanders head coach. There was a real oddity in that game. Carlos Streit of the Predators scored a shorthanded goal with his team down 2 men. I mean, you'll hardly ever see a 5-on-3
Didn't Richard
shorthanded
Park have
goal.
one
Yeah, he did in
like
Pittsburgh,
that?
right?
Yeah,
I think it was in Pittsburgh.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Oh.
That happened in that game at the Coliseum with Streit, and the Islanders won it anyway on that Adrian Aucoin shot that was tipped in by Mark Parrish. 4:31 to go in the opening period here. Shots are 7-2 Nashville, no score. Andrew McDonald has a pass cut off by Ward. Ward closing in, shoots upstairs because McDonald got a piece of it, deflects it out of play.
Joe Ward.
There's only managed 3 shots on net in the first period. It is scoreless after 1 at Nassau Coliseum. Rob Corlin back outside the Islanders dressing room with the rookie making his NHL debut tonight, Matt Martin. I mean, how tough was it? You got on the ice early. Were the butterflies going, the nerves going?
Yeah, I mean, in warm-ups, I was trying to get all the looks into the stands and across the ice out early. And I mean, there were some butterflies to start the game, but as soon as I got a few shifts in, I started to feel comfortable. And I mean, it's just the same game, just a little faster, so you just got to work a little harder all the time.
Your name's all over the score sheet. You got some penalty minutes. You got a shot on goal. How do you feel you did?
I think I did pretty well early. I mean, probably wasn't good to take a penalty there, but I mean, the guys did a good job killing it off, and I didn't miss a shift after that. So I mean, the adjustment's going well so far, and hopefully second period will be better than the first.
You come into this, the team has lost 7 in a row here. What's your sense? I know you're 20 years old and you're just excited to be here right now, but what's your sense in the dressing room? Are the players tight? Is there still a feeling of confidence in that dressing room?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of confidence in the dressing room. These guys know they're a good hockey team, and they showed it early on. I mean, they're a very young squad. Their star players are all 20, 21 years old or younger, and I mean, they're going through a bit of a rebuild, but it's a lot of good players, and at any time in this league, you can start winning games just as easily as you can lose them.
All right, enjoy the rest of your first game.
Thank you.
All right, there's Matt Martin playing in his very first NHL game. No matter what happens, he will remember this for the rest of his life. We're back with more from the Coliseum right after this.
Over the crossbar. And Rene has a little easier time with that one, but goes up the middle. Dangerous. Shrimp knocks it down. At the pass out of the zone. Rene made a very risky play. Rio, number 51. That's kept in. Yoensu made the keep and then put it out in front. Hunter had a poke at it. It continues to bounce. Yoensu gets it back. Now to Shrimp. Meyer across to Streit. Mark Streit around the net. Blocked there by Legwan, and then it goes past Streit. A little too far for Smithson to start a rush. Shots are now 10-9. Nashville Islanders have applied frequent pressure early on in the second period.
D-men have a lot to do with that.
Nice feed. Shrimp to Meyer. Shoots. He scores! Well, there was the defenseman Freddie Meyer joining in. Shrimp found him. 1-0 Islanders.
Fourth time already in this period that Islanders defensemen have been involved heavily in the offense. Culminates with a good pull-up play by Shrimp. 3 Predators looking at him. Nobody picking up Freddie Meyer. All of them are going to overcommit to the wall to Robbie Shrimp. And Meyer doesn't even, I think it hits the shoulder, the arm of Pekka Rinne. I thought he picked the corner, but no, it goes off the arm of Rinne and beats it as he blows it by him. Freddie Meyer gets his second goal of the season and continues his stellar play in this game.
Well, you mentioned probably about halfway through the first period that Meyer's defensive work had been outstanding. Here he is coming up with his first goal in 9 games, his second of the year. And he had plenty of room, but then again, the Islanders really kept the pressure on through the first 5 minutes and change of the second period.
They were attacking in ways, even when they started the period out 4-on-4. I marked down a play that Andrew McDonald did getting involved in the play. D-men have been real catalysts in this period to getting the offense going. Let's show you this play from start to finish. I'm going to circle Freddie Meyer here. He's going to move the puck up. So he's the last man. Go ahead and roll it. He moves the puck up. Now, Robbie Shrimp's going to get it. We're going to let it roll till he gets into the offensive zone. As he's going to pull up right there. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys are around him. Predators. Keep your eye on 58 here. Yoensu. Watch as he goes through the middle. Stop it one more time. That's going to open up this seam. Go ahead now. One more time. Roll it. Everybody's looking. Wrong way. Meyer blast by Rinne right there. Good pass by Robbie Shrimp.
Beard. So Arnott throws it in front. Biron makes a save on Hornquist. Hornquist who just broke into that hole, and it was a small one.
10.5. No more than about 190, 95 pounds. He's just going to get his way to the front. He's got a good set of hands. He's got a fearless attitude, and he goes to that high traffic area. That look shows a pretty good save.
So it keeps the face-off inside the Nashville zone. Gervais to McDonald. Now to Schremp. Final minute of the period. Schremp shot stop. Rebound in front. Score! Gervais! And he did it with still 17 seconds left to the 5-on-3. So the Islanders tie it 2-2, and they'll still have some power play time to go.
First power play goal in 6 games as Bruno Gervais reads the play and involves himself by keeping the feet moving. See, he's moving, he's getting low. And because he's in that right spot, the puck is going to carry him perfectly back to him. With Martin in front of the net, that's a nice job by Matt Martin. Give an assist, even if he didn't officially get one, of screening the goaltender Pecorino, and you know what, he's going to get an assist. That didn't go off Rene. That went up Matt Martin. I believe that hit up Martin's leg and carried him right back to Bruno Gervais. That should be an assist.
Another 30 seconds of power play time for the Islanders, so they tie the game 2-2. Almost looked to me like Martin patted Suter on the shoulder after the goal.
Still getting used to his teammates.
Here's a chance and a save by Rene against McDonald. 16 seconds to go to the 5-on-4. Kept alive by Schremp. Nielsen checked, and that forces the puck out of the zone. And Schremp back to get it. 24 to go in the period. Schremp for McDonald. Weber comes out of the box. Nielsen a shot blocker save made by Rene. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Franz Nielsen behind the net. Checked by Bouillon. And then Schremp down to 7 seconds. Suter decks Franz Nielsen. And the period will end even. No score after 1. 4 goals, 2 for each team in the second.
Both goals coming from Islander defensemen as they got involved in the play. Near the end of that 5-on-3, Bruno Gervais just finds his way into the right area. Freddie Meyer had a beautiful shot earlier in the period. So the key, you know, when you're struggling as a team to get goals, is to get as many people as you can possibly into the play. To their credit, for a decent part of that period, the Islanders got everybody, all 5 men involved offensively.
So Freddie Meyer gave the Islanders the lead. And after 2 Nashville goals, the Islanders would get it even on Bruno Gervais' 5-on-3. 2-2 after 2. The puck deep. And Biron gives it to Gervais. Now to Schremp. Biron looking towards the bench. Suter being chased by Bergenheim. Bergenheim takes the hit from Arnott. Biron going to the bench. Islanders have it deep. Streit with a drive, missed upstairs. Islanders net is empty. They have an extra skater on. Bergenheim's pass broken up. Nobody controlling. Comes down low to Bergenheim. He's checked by Weber. Schremp feeds the blue line. Final minute of the 3rd period. Nielsen behind the net. Nielsen feeds the blue line. Streit's there. Back to Nielsen. Now to Schremp. To Nielsen. His shot missed the net. Herod over towards the boards against McDonald. Big hit against McDonald.
Going to be a penalty. And there's going to be a penalty on that hit, Howie.
Well, that's huge because that'll give the Islanders the chance to have a 2-man advantage in the offensive zone. Their goaltenders pulled. 45.9 seconds remain.
I would think a timeout here will be called by Scott Gordon, as this is the perfect opportunity, as Erat's going to be the guilty party for the Predators. Yeah, there's Scott Gordon saying he's going to take the timeout. No question, that's a boarding call. That's a hit from behind after McDonald had established, got over to the puck, moved it down quickly, and got hit.
9 seconds of regulation time.
Martin on the ice to go to the front.
And the face-off cleared all the way down. And the Karen puts it right in front of the net. 38 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. The Islanders' net is empty. They have 2 extra skaters as they're on the power play. Martin along the boards. Feeds it down low. Nielsen circles the net. Hamhuis gets a piece of it. Got turned around. Shot from the short side. Stop. Comes back to Streit. His shot went wide. 20 seconds remaining. Legwand, the big hit along the boards. Predators trying to clear. They can't. Kept alive. Now to Streit. Tees it up. Shoots. He scores! And the Islanders tie it with 11.1 seconds remaining.
Matt Martin Watch this pass. Crisp over to Streit. Shot beats Rene with Franz Nielsen in front of the net. Effort, determination, stick-to-itiveness at the end of the game. No panic. Islanders tie it up. And for the first time after 8 consecutive of 2 or fewer goals, the Islanders finally get 3.
Never mind that. They get a point.
Good point.
2 seconds remain now. They're going to get a point, and whatever happens from here on in, they'll, however NHL accountants want to figure it out, they will break their 7-game losing streak. But more importantly, they've got a chance to get 2 points here.
And Marty Biron's got to be ecstatic as well, as his team has gotten some goals for him.
And really, and the Nashville Predators asked for this. They took some bad penalties late in this 3rd period. There's a drive right at the buzzer by Como.
Well, if you think about it, the boarding penalty at the end of the period, but also too many men on the ice penalty for the Islanders came back to hurt them as well. You can wash it all away right now as the Islanders, coming off this last face-off, almost had an opportunity as Blake Comeau's going to get it. Quick shot to the net. Glove saved by Rene. We're headed to overtime. No missing the net as of there, and the Islanders get their first point since the 21st of January.
And remember, the points are valuable to both teams here, with the Predators right on that bubble, seated in 8th place in the West. A 2-point lead over Detroit with a game in hand on them. But now they play for an extra point in overtime. And the Islanders have Nielsen up front with Oposo, Sutton and McDonald the defense. Nashville with Arnott and Sullivan, Suter and Weber. In comes Suter to Arnott, looking for Sullivan, but couldn't get the puck there. And now here comes McDonald. Andrew McDonald, his 3 Predators spread abreast. McDonald keeps going, good play, got turned around by Suter. And McDonald gets it again. Nielsen, not only for Sutton, but they also had Oposo loose in front. Sutton using his strength against Arnott, who's similarly sized, and Sutton had the stick knocked out of his hands. But Oposo kept it alive in the Nashville zone. Arnott fails to clear. Oposo down the boards. Oposo to Streit. Now Streit makes his move on Arnott. Streit still with it.
Long shift for some of these Predators.
Nielsen shot it off a leg.
Turn it up quickly. Don't allow them to change if you're the Islanders. Nope, 2 guys are going to come out.
It was Erat's leg. And so here comes Streit again. They surrounded Mark Streit. And it's Klein pushing it in behind the Islander net. Barron didn't connect. So Klein fires and missed the net. He had a little room on that side too, but just missed. Erat was knocked down. And Tavares with a touch feed to Meyer. He has room. He fires. And that went off of Rene. Meyer dumped. Tavares keeps working. Tavares now. Out of the stick of Hamhuis, recovered by Tavares. Down low. Como couldn't get the shot off with the goaltender down. McDonald, the only Islander, back. Here comes Ward. Ward with O'Reilly. O'Reilly follows. Pushed the shot on. Biron made the stop. O'Reilly now to Sulzer. Draws a man down. Can't get the shot through. And here comes Como the other way. Como into the Nashville zone. Drops it to no one except Ward of Nashville. Now Ward trying to spread it out. He can't make a pass. So he cuts back the other way. Como applies pressure. 2:25 to go in overtime. And Legwan for the Predators into the Islanders zone. David Legwan. Now to Sulzer. Bouillon takes a shove from McDonald. Sullivan trying to sneak through. He does, but Bouillon couldn't hold the pass. Now Bouillon spins it back for Sullivan. Steve Sullivan trying to come out from behind, couldn't do it. Trent pitched it into the corner. Legwan got it back though. Sulzer to Bouillon for a drive, block, rebound, stop. Sullivan had a shot, and that was blocked in front.
McDonald with a nice block. Islanders playing desperate here in their own zone in overtime.
Molson to Sutton for a drive and a save by Rene. There'll be a face-off in the Nashville zone.
And a repetitive goal. He's trying to help get his team in the win column here in overtime with his own goal.
Shots are 31-27 Islanders. Arnott left it behind the net for Shea Weber. Now Sutton makes a shove along the boards. Erat trying to get it loose, and he does. And Arnott applies the pressure on Streit. Minute 19, mating in overtime. Nice moves by Streit. Sutton didn't get it deep, and that forces the play offside, where the Phil Predators was back in October of 2002.
Now, we showed you this earlier. It's off the face-off. Adrian, a point shot. Parrish was in front of the net as well. And the Islanders celebrated early in that season in 2002. Boy, they would celebrate mightily if they could figure out a way to win this one tonight after going 7 consecutive without a victory.
Well, they were 11.1 seconds away from another regulation defeat, but Martin Erat took that penalty. That really made it a two-man Islander advantage with their net empty, and Mark Streit took advantage. Here comes Oposo, final minute of overtime. Oposo shoots, and a save by Rinne. Worked around the boards. Klein throws it back for Hamhuis. 48 seconds to go in overtime. Joel Ward into the Islanders zone. Ward held off by Nielsen. Hamhuis keeps it alive. Never know what kind of carry you're going to get when you throw it back there. Ward draws a pair of Islanders towards him. Hooks up with Legwan. And across now to Hamhuis, who made a safe play, making sure not to get that blocked and turn into an odd man rush. 17 seconds to go in overtime. McDonald for Nielsen. Now Nielsen with a shot knocked aside as Oposo was knocked down. Centering feed pitched out of the zone by Sullivan, and the hockey portion of tonight's game is effectively over with. Now it'll be a skills competition. The shootout is next. After right now, the lineup for the shootout will feature Nielsen, Schremp, and Molson for the Islanders, Sullivan, Legwand, and Erat for Nashville. So
these teams obviously, rarely see each other. So how much pre-scouting they've done on shootout moves, not quite sure. I think they're arguing about paper right now. Good chuckle from Scott Gordon, who I'm sure is quite happy as well that his BC Eagles won the Beanpot last night as well.
Is that why he's smiling?
Absolutely. Beanpot Trot is alive and well.
Oh, you don't want to say that to Scott, or that tape will come back.
There he goes, Franz Nielsen.
All right, is he going backhand?
I would think so.
Let's see. Yep, and he scores.
Well, this is the thing. These two teams do not see each other. And so you don't have all the tendencies down nearly as much. And even Franz seems so confident in this move, Howie, that he even does this against teams that know him well. He gets real close to that left pad of Rinne, but lofts it quickly enough as the upstairs is exposed. A huge first goal.
So Nashville will send Steve Sullivan in against Marty Biron. And Sullivan is stopped by Biron.
Biron doesn't go to the butterfly here. He just kind of patiently waits out Sullivan, who slows down. Watch, he's going to stop about right there, but Biron still doesn't react, and he gets the shoulder save.
Rob Schremp, who is something of a shootout specialist himself.
I would see low blocker after Schremp makes 2 or 3 hand moves.
He's 5 out of 8 in the shootout, looking for number 6, and no.
Backhand. He went to a move that he hasn't used as much. A little wide, a little slalom, and then real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes to the backhand. Rinne makes a last-ditch save with that left pad.
David Legwand is 3 out of 6 in shootouts. Former first pick to the Predators. Legwand stopped by the left pad of Biron.
Well, he got Biron to go down, and Biron extended the stick out, and he kind of wishbone, but he gets the leg pads out right there at the last second. Yeah, I think he had Biron beat. It was a bit of an awkward attempt there. Biron gets that left pad on at the last second.
Matt Molson can win it here. If Molson scores, the Islanders win. Molson getting in tight. And is stopped by Rene, so the Predators get one more chance. It'll be Martin Erat.
Well, he was going blocker side right there. He was, you know, we've seen him do that fake blocker with the leg up right there and then bring the pad, or the puck back to the backhand. Rene looked pretty confident on that one.
So Marty Biron, should he stop Erat, will have a victory. Erat getting there quickly. Oh, Biron down. He committed way early, and the shootout is tied.
Well, remember, he committed on leg one, but he was able to make that last-ditch save on leg one. This time, though, Erat gets him to go down way in advance. Now, this is earlier than he did. See, he's committed. Once, as soon as he takes the stick and puts it up high, and he's going to try and use it as a poke check, he's given himself up.
John Tavares had a shootout winner recently. He's 2 for 7 in shootouts, and here comes Tavares. Rene moving out, and Tavares scores. He got in tight, and then just muscled it by Rene.
And then he ends up getting on that blocker side. Instead of, we've seen him come in before and shoot from the right side more, but here he gets real tight and brings it back all the way to the forehand. That's got confidence written all over it.
Well, it is Patrick Hornqvist, only his second shootout attempt. If Biron stops him, the game is over. Hornqvist moving in quickly, and the Islanders win it. Finally, their 7-game losing streak is over. Tavares had the shootout winner. The Islanders were 11.1 seconds away from another defeat, but a power play goal by Streit ties it. And the Islanders have beaten the Predators. They don't play often, but it's been a while since they beat this Nashville team, and the last couple of times they've won, they've needed extra time.
Hornqvist just tries to get the goaltender Biron to fall to his right, but there's not enough of a move there, and the left pad is down easily as the puck is left there by Hornqvist. He does not get Biron to move much at all, and the bench and Biron celebrate, as they should. And what I like about this, it wasn't the prettiest, especially the first period wasn't the prettiest hockey, but the team found this little something. They dug deeper, and they found a way to get rewarded, both for themselves and for that guy right there, for Marty Biron. Their first win since January 21st.
So we'll see how they award the 3 stars. Now, Mark Streit had the goal during the hockey game, which tied the game.
Martin had 2 assists.
Freddie Meyer was terrific.
Really good. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. I've stopped trying to figure out always who's going to get them.
Hey, we've seen them give the goal to the shootout, I mean the first start of the shootout winner, which is absurd. Let's see.
Yeah, and Matt Martin deservedly saw it.
Yeah, good for him.
The second star for the Nashville Predators, number 29, Joel Ward.
And Joel Ward with his workmanlike effort.
And the first star,
honest effort, gets a number 2.
Number 91, John Tavares.
Well, I guess the shootout's a game unto itself, as Tavares gets the shootout winner. 6 straight shootout wins here at the Coliseum for the Islanders. And Tavares is ready to talk about it with Deb.
Okay, John. Getting this game to overtime and then blocking shots and getting in front of the net and doing what you needed to do to get this to a shootout, it seemed like you guys played with a good amount of desperation.
Yeah, you know, we never stopped working, and you know, finally we were able to get one late and tie it up, and just great perseverance by everybody to come through. And you know, it hasn't been an easy stretch, but we've been working and pulling together, and it's also nice to get one for Marty. We know you know, how great of a teammate he's been and how hard he's worked, and it's nice to see him get a win.
As professional as he's been, without a lot of playing time, always with a smile on his face, especially the defenseman coming through for him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone stepped up, like you said, blocked shots. Our penalty kill was, you know, was pretty good, and we finally got another power play goal, and it was nice, or I think a couple. So, and then you know, Marty was solid on his end, and you know, he brings that enthusiasm every day to the rink, and we appreciate that. And to get him one, it's great, and I know he's happy.
What move worked for you on the shootout winner?
Well, I just came in, just trying to get him a little bit of position by kind of skating, you know, in a little back and forth there. But I just tried to make a move. He went down, and lucky enough, I got over his pad.
Congratulations on this one. We'll see you in Pittsburgh tomorrow.
Thanks, Deb.
John Tavares stays at 17 goals, but he'll take the shootout game winner, guys.
That's right. NHL accounting strikes again, but so does John Tavares. So the Islanders win, nobody loses, Nashville gets a point, everybody must be happy. Islanders win the shootout. They get credit for a 4-3 win. We're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff on the postgame. That'll begin right after these messages.